Hi students, and welcome to today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I'm streaming to you from beautiful Victoria here in Western Canada. I hope that all of you are having a superb weekend so far. I hope that you're staying healthy and strong. Good to see many members back and new members joining. Welcome Yani, Fuang. And nice to see a lot of our regular students. Hi Akira, good to see students. Sarala, Harman, welcome everybody. In this class we are looking at an IELTS speaking part 3, questions about getting to know people and celebrities. This is a continuation of our class that just ended 30 minutes ago, which was a members chat class focusing on talking about a person that you would like to meet for 24 hours or for a day. And again, our live classes, our IELTS strategies, tips, and lessons are powered by aehelp.com. For academic IELTS, visit us there. For general IELTS, check us out at gieltshelp.com. These are basically our textbooks, resources for these lessons. Our academic IELTS website looks like this at aehelp.com. Click that red button right there that's just above my head to join our premium IELTS package, so you get access to all of the audio videos, audio CDs, practice exams, and lots more. We will use this website today to talk to our viewers. We're an IDP affiliate. We're a British Council partner, IELTS Test Registration Center. It's a one-time payment, doesn't cost a lot. You can use the code MANY10 for an additional 10% discount. We are world leaders when it comes to IELTS exam preparation. I'm a British Council agent. I have been teaching IELTS for over 15 years. OP Nation, no, it's not pre-recorded. We're live. I'm seeing you comment right now. OP Nation is like, is this pre-recorded? No, this is live. All right, Retha, I will check for you in this class. You said you tested your connection. That sounds good. We'll get to that bit in a moment, okay? Again, the apps in your app stores are Academic IELTS Help, General IELTS Help. The apps will link to the websites. When you get the app, you click More, and then in the More, you can link your account to your aehelp.com account or gieltshelp.com account. Instagram, IELTS_AEHelp, GIELTS Help. Instagram is where we have a lot of reels with vocabulary, also our live class schedules. If you have questions, feel free to send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com or admin@aehelp.com. Our schedule from today until the 27th looks like this. Right now, speaking part 3 for everybody. Tomorrow we have a class on Lighthall. It's a different platform. It's not YouTube, but we can do video and audio chatting. That's a paid class. It's $10 to register. It's a 2-hour class. And you have a chance to speak with me with your camera and your microphone. And then 21st to the 23rd, no classes. I'm back on the 24th, Thursday. That's our usual weekly setup. Thursday, I'm back with speaking part 1 at Universal Standard Time, 15 o'clock. And then we have lots more classes, including this Discord class next Sunday. So not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Hello again, Romelia. Good to have you in here. All right, students, we did just release really good practice video for your speaking. These karaoke style IELTS questions and answer videos are really great. People love them. There's the URL. It's free. It's on the channel. Subscribe to our channel so you know when these videos are coming out and you get them, especially when you've got an exam coming up. So practice your speaking with these videos. Use the subtitles and the karaoke to build fluency, vocabulary, natural language. So there's some really good links for you there in the chat. Let me get that Lighthall link in there as well. That Lighthall is https www.aehelp.com Lighthall. Okay, so that's the link for that. check that out when you get the chance. Okay, so speaking part 2. I gave you an example response talking about Ronaldo. Then from Dewey, we heard a really awesome response talking about Messi. Sanantha gave us a fantastic response talking about Jack Ma. And we had some other celebrity responses as well. So part 3, IELTS speaking part 3. It's general, it's not personal, okay? So use individuals, people. Do not use I, me, you, we, us. Okay? So when you're giving your IELTS speaking part 3 answer, you want to say people do this. And individuals do that. But of course, pay attention to the question. Like this first one, it says, okay, let's talk about celebrities. So in the IELTS, when you're finished part 2, the examiner will say, your time is up. Please put your note paper to the side. We will now continue with part 3. For this part, I will ask you some questions related to your response and some questions on this topic. Let's talk about celebrities. What do you think is required for a person to become a celebrity? Now, it's obviously you think, right? So you need to start with I believe. In order for a person to become famous. Or a nice expression or idiom that Romelia used in her response talking about Christina and Grey's Anatomy is to be in the limelight. Limelight is the spotlight, so it means to be famous, to be a celebrity. In order for a person to be in the limelight, they need to be hardworking and talented, just like Ronaldo, who is an exceptional footballer and practices 12 hours a day. So that would be a good response. It's making a connection to my part 2. Okay. Now, students, this is speaking, and you are going to speak a lot. You're not just going to listen to me speak. You will speak a lot. However, while I'm speaking, make sure to speak and repeat. So copy what I say, copy how I say it. Some people might think, he's talking so fast. IELTS is natural English. It's not ESL. It's not English as a second language. You need to be comfortable listening to fluent, quick, fast English and using quick, fast English. Don't worry. Just do your best. Do your best repeating me. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about celebrities. Okay. What do you think is required for a person to become a celebrity? I believe in order for a person to be in the limelight, they need to be hardworking and talented, just like Ronaldo, who is an exceptional footballer and practices 12 hours a day. Make sure you're repeating. Try to not read. Try to repeat just from listening to me. So especially when you're in that band 6.5 higher, band 7, 7.5 range, really try to repeat what I say just from hearing me and visualizing. Okay. Now here the examiner will ask the follow-up question, why? So why is it important for a person to be talented and hardworking to become a celebrity? Okay. So give me a nice full sentence answer for this one. So why is talent and hard work required, right? So the why question, part 3, is full of these follow-up questions like, can you elaborate? Can you give me an example? Why is this? So be ready for that and be ready to give a good answer. So why is it important for someone to be talented and to be hardworking in order to become a celebrity? What's the reason for that? Give me a good answer. Okay, now if you include this in your response, then you need to elaborate even more. Okay. All right, we've got tons of students in the class, which is fantastic. All right. Anahita says a couple of requirements are essential. First, ethical behavior, because everyone wants to react with polite people. Second, uniqueness, since people always like to become a witness of new talents and activities. Yani says because it can attract public, which is the way that it earns money. All right. Nipa says to be successful in life. We've got some decent answers. I would start my answer like this. The reason that talent and effort are needed for fame is in order to be unique and better than the average. This will both entertain the public and motivate people to improve themselves. Okay, so there's my follow-up answer. Okay, again, repeat after me, right? So by being talented, by working hard, we become unique. Our talents are appreciated and people aspire to become like that person. Aspire means they're motivated to be like that person. So they become an idol. Okay. Here we go. The reason that talent and effort are needed for fame is in order to be unique and better than the average. This will both entertain the public and motivate people to improve themselves. Now, in this answer, I'm using a special type of conjunction. I'm using both and. Okay. Anybody know what these types of conjunctions are called? So conjunctions, there are three families of conjunctions. Okay. Are very important for high scores in IELTS speaking. Okay. And this conjunction is a family of conjunctions. You have both and, you have not only but also, you have whether or, neither, nor, either, or. Yeah, very good, Amra. They're called correlative conjunctions. Yes, exactly. Okay, why are correlative conjunctions good to use? What do they do? So what's the purpose of these conjunctions in communication? So why don't I just say this will entertain the public and motivate to improve themselves? So why do I say this will both entertain the public and motivate people to improve themselves? So why not just say and only? Why add the word both? Why make this a correlative conjunction instead of just a coordinating conjunction? Rita says to explain the first idea. Romelia says to emphasize. That's right, Romelia. Okay, so these help to emphasize information. Okay, and remember this, students. This is an important one. So band 7, which means good English. Okay, and band 9, which means expert English. IELTS candidates are able to control the emphasis of communication, the strength of communication, or the strength of ideas. Okay, and one way to do that, there are many ways to do that. are through correlative conjunctions. Different use of vocabulary, adjectives, grammar can also control emphasis. So controlling emphasis can be done by vocabulary, grammar, intonation, okay, and even body language. All right, learn these, pay attention to them. Okay, so correlative conjunctions, of course, are a part of vocabulary and grammar. So pay attention to these. Okay, all right. Yeah, Romelia, exactly. So that's, again, grammar and verb choice. Like, I do like to watch this series, right? And the voice as well. I do like to, not only, but also, right? So intonation as well is a big part of it, okay? Using the full vocabulary instead of contractions. So I am a big fan of football instead of saying I'm a big fan of football, right? So lots of different ways, and we'll talk about these. But control these, all right? So let's talk about celebrities. IELTS speaking part 3. That's what we're doing, and that's what we shall practice. Students, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to give you lots of opportunities to speak with me, to give you tips, to give you strategies, vocabulary, feedback, score estimates. This is how we do it. We volunteer. Okay, regular viewers, what should you do? Regular viewers should be logging in to their student account. Check your setup. Connect with another student. Okay, and start practicing. New viewers. This is how this works, okay? This is fun, this is effective. This is your chance to get in on the action, okay? So first of all, you need to go to the website, okay? YouTube does not have voice, and they probably will not have it for a long, long time. Intonation, Sanjay, is your up and down of your voice, okay? So go to the website, aehelp.com. Again, like I said, that's what powers these live lessons, okay? aehelp.com looks like this. I just put the link in the chat, okay? Again, you can sign up for the premium version of our course, which is a really good idea if you plan to be in these classes regularly. The earlier you sign up, the better it is. Do it with that big red button, the Join Now button. Okay, again, when you click that, you can use that code, which I gave you in this class, many10, for a 10% discount. Okay, it'll give you that discount. Check the price in your country. Different countries, different price to match local economy. We want to help as many people as we can while staying viable. And for those students who are like, I'm not sure yet, I'm just having fun here, I might never come back, Adrian, so thank you. Then you can click this green button, okay, the Try Now button. Then go into your My Student account. It will log you in automatically. You have computer-based IELTS practice exams. You have interactive course. You have exam books that you can download. Lots of videos for every section. Audio CDs. And then here in the right column, you've got, actually up here even, you've got help for writing, you've got the speaking services, and this red button that's behind me, if you see that, that means you can register for your home IELTS exam in your country, like Australia, for example. Okay, if you don't see it, it's because you don't have that in your country yet. Okay, right now we are looking at this function. It's student partner speaking. Okay. And you click on the student partner speaking. You accept the terms, okay? So you have to accept this. It means that you're polite and you're responsible. So if you give somebody your phone number, which I don't recommend doing, then you're responsible for that. It's not our problem if you give your phone number to a advertising company. Don't do that. Don't careful with your private information. Okay, so you accept, and then you will be in this list of people. We've got tons of people in here. It's beautiful to see. We've got, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 people waiting to interact. That's awesome. You're going to see me in here as master. Okay, so my handle is master. It's just easy to see. I know it's a bit pretentious. I didn't come up with it. Our developer did. Master. When you see me, beside my name, you will see those three little icons as well. The envelope is what you want to use. Click on the envelope and send me a message like I want to volunteer, or let me speak, or I want to speak. Okay, now, Yani, I did not forget my promise. So I'm going to put on my ears. Students, ideally you're using a computer. You have a good Wi-Fi or LAN connection because you're watching YouTube, you're using audio software, it's data heavy. I don't recommend using your mobile data. That's a bad idea. Unless you're, in a place where it's cheap and you've got lots of it, but I don't recommend it. So Yani, I know you were patient in last class, but we just couldn't get to you. So are you ready? Yani answered before I could get my message out. Are you ready? Okay. Yes, you are. All right, Yani. Hi, Yani.
Hello, sir. How are you today?
I am doing fantastic. I appreciate your patience. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic today.
Good. Yani, can you mute YouTube? Can you click the speaker button so that we're not getting this double audio? Perfect. Much better.
I already set the voice.
Perfect. Yeah, sometimes it just takes a few seconds because there's a delay. There's about a 6-second delay between YouTube and the real world. But the website is real time. So there we're in real time. That's why. Okay, Yani, can you tell everybody where you are from?
I'm calling from Indonesia and I live in South Tangerang City, an outskirt of Jakarta.
Nice. See how you keep practicing it, but you're getting better every time. More and more fluent, clearer and clearer. Crystal clear, Yani, crystal clear. So never get tired of introducing yourself. Always trying to make it different. Say something interesting about the place where you live. And why are you taking the IELTS, Yani?
I'm aiming for transferring to another university in different country.
Awesome. Do you know what country you want to go to?
I was planning for Canada, but I'm changing my mind to Australia.
A little bit warmer, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a bit sad about that. Of course, I'm Canadian.
Sorry.
So you don't have to apologize. I'd love to go to Australia at some point. My parents have been there. I haven't, but I'd love to go there and surf and check it out. I have friends in Australia. All right. Yani, you watched the last class. I know you were there and you were patient. It was part 2 cue card. The cue card was talk about a person who you would like to spend a day with. And you didn't get the chance, but I want to start with a question. Who did you plan to speak about? So who were you planning to talk about?
I'm proposing for discussing about the most Indonesian pop singer that her name is Maudy Ayunda. Instead of singer, she also an actress who played several films. Just like Habibi and Ainan. Currently, he studies at She studies at business administration at Stanford University. Also, he is a.
All right, Yani, stop there. We don't need the full 2-minute response here. I just wanted to know who you wanted to talk about because you will be talking about part 3 questions here. However, there is logic to my madness, why I asked you this. Because I want you to keep her in mind when you're answering these questions, and I want you to connect your answers to hers, right? So, am I pronouncing her name right? Maudy Ayunda?
Maudy Ayunda.
Maudy Ayunda?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Maybe somebody can even throw in the chat so I can get this spelling, but Modi, I'm going to go like that. Okay, so Modi Ayunda, an Indonesian pop star and actress. That's good information. That gives us a bit of clarity of who part 2 would have been about. So, Yani, I'm going to continue with part 3 here, ask you some questions, and then give me some nice full sentence answers. You are a regular student, so you know that you have to think about explanations, examples as well, and make that connection between Modi, Ayunda, and your answers, okay? Ready, Yani?
Yes, although I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous. You sound like you stepped away from your microphone. Stay close to your microphone, okay? Here we go. So let's talk about celebrities. What do you think is required for a person to become a celebrity?
I believe in order to the celebrity be famous in the public, they need to pay attention about their talent, also their attitude. Just like Maudi Ayunda, as I mentioned before, she is very have a positive vibes and humble. So it can affect for her fans to be improved more and encourage them to face a lot of challenge on their life.
Okay. I'm going to give you some feedback there. It was pretty good. So your word choice, grammar, little bit off, little bit unnatural, but overall it was clear and understandable. I like how you made that connection. That was good. Make it concise, Yani. So whenever you're practicing part 3, record your answers on your phone, listen to them, and then really think about, okay, how can I say the same idea but with a little bit better English, a little bit better word choice, and a little bit more concise, so without repeating the same ideas, okay? So here's your answer. This is what I got. I believe in order for a celebrity to be famous in the public, they need to pay attention to their talent and attitude. We can shorten that and it will still make sense and it will be good. So I believe in order for a person to be a celebrity, you don't need to say to be famous because a celebrity is famous in the public. So that's all included in the word celebrity. So I believe in order for a person to be a celebrity, they need to pay attention to their talent and attitude. Okay. Why? Before we give the example and the connection of just like Maudi, why does a celebrity have to pay attention to their talent and attitude? What's the reason for that, Yani?
The reason because can attract people, about the information about the singer, and also can encourage every people attitude.
Okay, so the reason is because this can or that can attract people and encourage them. And then now you give the example, just like Maudi Ayunda, she has positive vibes and a beautiful voice, right? Because you said she's a singer actress, right? And a beautiful voice and I'm guessing she's probably pretty. Is she pretty?
Yeah, is he pretty? Have a sweet smile.
Okay, all right. So just like my Maudi Ayunda. So picture the person, okay? Students, when you're answering part 3 questions, you really want to picture, visualize. So have Maudi in front of you, okay? So see her, and then you can quickly and easily think about the fact that, oh, she's very pretty. So obviously that attracts people, and her voice is very pretty, and that attracts people. So she has positive vibes and a beautiful voice and face. So people love her and aspire to be like her. Okay, let's learn this word aspire. To aspire means to have a desire to become someone or something great. Okay, what's your major, Yani, in university?
I'm currently studying at Business Digital.
Business digital?
Yeah.
So are you studying digital business, you mean? Like online companies and businesses type of idea?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so do you aspire to be a successful businesswoman?
Yes, of course.
I
I
don't
wanted to
know. You
build
can't
a
tell me, of course, Yani. I don't know that. You have to tell me that, right? So you have to say, I aspire to be a successful businesswoman. Okay, so repeat after me. I aspire to be a successful businesswoman.
I aspire to be a, sorry, pardon me.
I aspire to
I
be a successful businesswoman.
I aspire to be a successful businesswoman.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to repeat the full answer to the question. Listen and repeat after me, Yani. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. I believe in order for a person to be a celebrity, they need to pay attention to their talents and attitude. The reason is this attracts people and encourages them. Just like Maudi Ayunda, who I spoke about in part 2, she has positive vibes, a beautiful voice and face, so people love her and aspire to be like her.
I believe in order for a person to be a celebrity, they need to pay attention to their talent and attitude. The reason is that this can attract people and encourage them. Just like Maudi Ayunda, as I mentioned in the part 2, she has positive vibes and a beautiful voice and face, so people love her and aspire to be like her.
Lovely. That's it. Okay, that's how you do it. That was very good. So don't forget that explanation. Okay, so answer, explanation, then example. That's usually what you want to follow for clarity. And keep practicing. Yani, you're doing great. So just keep practicing. Okay. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Always. Just ask.
But this is related to the part 2.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Um, can I should we avoid to describe someone that working in a
No, IELTS isn't judgmental. So, and in many cases, your examiner isn't even from your country. So, you don't have to avoid politics, okay? I know in some countries politics are a very sensitive topic, but IELTS is objective. They see a lot of candidates, and you can get, I mean, I wouldn't try to make a political statement in IELTS, especially because they don't care. So I wouldn't be like, this person should be president because they'll change the world. I mean, there's no, it's like, oh, okay, why, right? But the one risk or danger is that talking about politics can be very difficult in another language. Talking about politics in our own language is sometimes difficult. So I don't recommend it for this reason, but it's not, the examiner doesn't care about your political views specifically. So if you have a political person that you want to talk about, that you want to meet for a day, like you want to meet the president of your country or the prime minister of your country, it could be a good answer. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. An additional question again, sir.
Just ask
Do you
it.
have a time? You said in the earlier class, we should avoid the simple past future tense, just like would and should. Am I wrong?
Yeah, so you want to minimize the use of modals like should or could or might, because it makes communication weak. Okay, so instead you want to use affirmative communication like will, can, is. It makes for clearer, more coherent communication. Okay.
Okay. I understand what you mean.
Okay. Yani,
Okay.
thank you so
Yeah.
much. Keep up the good practice. We'll talk again
Yeah.
soon, okay?
Yeah. Thanks for the answer.
Okay. Bye
I
for now,
appreciate it a lot.
You're
Bye.
welcome. Bye. So that was Yani. Give Yani a thumbs up. And if you have one or two questions when we practice, ask, because your questions, most likely many other people have the same questions, okay? I know that many people wonder, like, is it okay to talk about politics or personal, kind of touchy subjects, taboo topics? IELTS, yeah, I mean, be polite, avoid cursing, but you can absolutely make up information. You can talk about taboo topics, just keep it professional. The IELTS examiner is not going to judge you based on your political views. They shouldn't. Okay, they're instructed not to. They're instructed to be objective. And the other question about using modals or soft language, weak language, that's a common question too, because a lot of questions are like, well, it depends. I might do this. I would do that if I could do this. No, when I have this opportunity, I will do this, right? It's just much clearer, more strong communication. Okay, awesome. Thumbs up, everybody. Let's keep it going. Who else? I'm not sure who else was in the last class that didn't have a chance, but if you were, let me know. I want to be fair. Okay, let's take a look for some other people here. Corlus, it's good to have you back here volunteering. And Corlus says, I've bought new headphones. Well, let's put those new headphones to use, Corlus. Are you ready? All right, Corlus. Yeah, I mean, if you're having trouble connecting, if it's not clear, if your microphone's not working, upgrade. Upgrade. See if you can get a better piece of hardware or software. Corlus. Hello, Corlus. We are connected, but I don't hear your voice. You say you have new headphones. Make sure they're set up correctly. Make sure you've changed your audio input settings, especially if you're just using those out of the box. Volunteers, it's very important. Always check your settings, right? Make sure that your audio devices are set up correctly. It happens to all of us. Sometimes it's happened to me as well. So check that and test it with someone. So Corlus, test your setup with somebody. Okay. I want to hear your crisp, clear voice on your new headphones. Okay. All right. I'll circle back to you. Let me know once you figured it out. Okay. Let's give Alfred a chance. We haven't spoken with Alfred in a while. So Alfred, are you ready? Aldo says, I think I have the same problem. Mike is working in another website, but here, no. Interesting, Aldo. Send me an email, everybody. If I know what device you're using, what kind of microphone, what kind of OS you have, it will help me figure out what could be the situation, and our techs can actually figure that out as well. The website shouldn't be an issue. So microphones and speakers work through your browser and your OS, not really the website. So as long as you allow permission, okay, Aldo, you maybe want to check your permissions and make sure you have clicked on yes, allow this website or allow the browser to use it. Okay. Alfred, if you're there, let me know. I see that you want to volunteer, but I'm not sure if you're still with us. Okay. All right. Well, Alfred, I'm not seeing a response from you, so I'm going to hop to somebody else. Perhaps you have gone to do some shopping, maybe grab a cup of coffee. Man Meat, are you ready? Okay. Let's see. Oh, Alfred says I'm here. Alfred, I'll circle back to you. I didn't see your response there, so I'm going to give Man Meat a chance, and I'll circle back to you, Alfred. Okay? All right, here we go. Hello, Man Meat. Man Meat. Again, I hear that you picked up. There's silence on the other end. I think oftentimes what's happening is people are not enabling their browser settings maybe to use the microphone. Your browser specifically asks, do you want to let this website use your microphone and speakers? And you have to say yes. Okay. So check your browser website settings. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's I can see the mic error. It's not with everybody, right? So you know that it's local to your computer. Okay. All right, Alfred. Again, are you ready? You can also do a shift refresh of the website. So hold down the shift button, refresh the website, refresh the page. Okay. Alfred, I know you're ready. So let's try it. All right, Alfred, we're ringing. What's going on? I know we connected before. All right, Alfred, I'm going to jump to somebody else here. Let's go to Kenjave right underneath you. Kenjave, are you ready? We got somebody going here. Kenjave says, yep. Okay.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Kenjave. How are you?
I'm fine. Thanks. What about you?
Good, good. You are in Uzbekistan, right?
Yeah.
And are you using a Wi-Fi connection or data?
No, it's Wi-Fi.
Are you using a computer or a mobile phone?
Just my phone.
You're using your phone, okay. Wi-Fi on phone. Are you using Apple or are you using Android?
Android.
Android. There's a reason I'm asking you these questions, Kenjave, because a couple people there seem to be having some issues, and I'm just giving them some ideas of maybe what works and what doesn't. Kenjave, when you use the website, does it ask you if you want to let your phone use the microphone and the speakers for this website? Like, does it say click OK if you want to approve or something like that?
No, it just works.
It just works. That's the best, right? That's what we.
Yeah.
That's what we want. It just works. I just want it to work. Right?
I'm just excited that I don't have such problems like these people.
Well, these are very complicated systems around the world, and there are just so many different devices and operating systems and connections. So it's a work in progress. The internet is still a very young kind of technology if you compare it to the wheel, for example, right? So, or even the automobile has been around for a lot longer. So it's still quite kind of a new technology, but it's wonderful that we can do this, right? Like you're in Uzbekistan, I'm in Western Canada, and here we are talking to each other in front of 223 people. Oh boy.
Yeah. Probably my grandma or grandfather won't believe it if I will tell them.
Yeah, even my dad doesn't believe it. No, I'm kidding. He believes it. All right, Kenjave. So let's get into some part 3 questions, okay? Here we go. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Okay, let's talk about celebrities. Have you ever met a celebrity before?
Actually, it's kind of tough to meet celebrities due to their busy schedule. But I have met several celebrities. Like, if I'm not mistaken, 2 weeks ago, I met my favorite writer in our school. And I asked several advices from her, like how I can improve my writing skills. And it was really helpful.
Most celebrities earn a lot of money. Do you think this is good? Why or why not?
Actually, I don't think there might be some disadvantages of earning lots of money, and I think they deserve because every celebrities earn lots of money due to their hard working. So, and if some other people want to be rich as them, they can just work and try their best.
Okay, I'm going to stop there and give you some feedback. All right. First of all, your band score. Your band score is about 6.5 to 7 for those responses. Okay, so you're somewhere between fluent and good. Okay, so band 6 fluent, band 7 good. I will tell you why, and I will tell you how you can improve and practice this a little bit. And this is for everybody. Okay, so everybody who's watching, pay attention here. Okay. First question I asked you is, have you ever met a celebrity before? And you started by saying, actually, it's kind of tough to meet celebrities due to their schedule. But I have met some celebrities. Okay. And then you said 2 weeks ago, I met my favorite writer in our school. And I asked him some questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're doing a good job, Kenjave. Your fluency is quite good. So your fluency is a band 8. And your lexical resource, your vocabulary in these answers was about a 7. Your grammatical range accuracy was about a 7 for range. Accuracy was closer to about a 6. I'll show you a couple of mistakes that you made. And pronunciation was a solid 7 to 8. Okay. The coherence was a 6. Okay, coherence was definitely a 6. We want to be more coherent. That's one of the quote-unquote easiest ways to improve, is to improve your coherence, to improve the content. Okay, especially for a lot of viewers out there right now who have IELTS exams in the next few days or next week. The fastest way to improve your score for your writing and speaking sections is to improve the content of what you're going to present, because improving grammar, improving vocabulary takes time, and it usually doesn't improve a band score, even half a band score in 1 week. Okay. So Kenjave, you said actually it's kind of tough to meet celebrities. It's a bit off topic. So
I should just answer directly.
yeah, you should always answer directly. Okay, so it always makes for better communication when you say yes, I have. Okay, if you wanted to start this way, then I would, instead of saying actually, I would start it with a subordinating conjunction. A conjunction of opposition, a subordinate conjunction of opposition. What do you think would be a good conjunction to start with instead of using actually?
I don't know. There's nothing coming to my mind.
So subordinate conjunctions, there's 4 groups. There's time, cause and effect, condition, like if, and opposition. Okay, so here, yeah, you see a couple people in the chat right away, Anahita and Simran, both using the correct word that I was thinking of. Both of them said you should probably start with although. Then it connects your idea. So although it's kind of tough to meet celebrities due to their schedule, and then here you don't need the but, because I realize now from the very start that you're going to lead into your answer instead of kind of being a bit off topic. So do you see what I mean by that? Like, it gives the listener this idea that you're leading into your answer with this.
Yeah, by changing only one word.
I'm sure you've heard many interesting stories about how changing one word can change the entire outcome of the situation from failure to success, or vice versa, right? So although it's kind of tough to meet celebrities due to their schedules, I have met some, and instead of repeating celebrities, some famous people. And then you said 2 weeks ago, I met my favorite writer. Who's your favorite writer?
Should I say her name?
Yeah.
It's Delnoza.
One more time, please.
Delnoza.
Delnoza. Okay. My apologies for the spelling, but I've got the pronunciation, I think. So 2 weeks ago, I met my favorite writer, Delnoza, in our school, and I asked, he's a man?
No, she's woman.
Okay, because I think you said him. So careful.
No.
Did you say her?
I said her.
Okay,
Yeah.
I might have misheard you. I will agree. Okay, in our school, and I asked her some questions. Now, content, right? You said, I have met some famous people. So you're telling me you met more than one famous person, right? Who else have you met?
Like my favorite singers, like Johnny, or like in our country, like Shahrukhon, or other big.
Whoa, slow down. Kenjave, you don't need to tell me all of that, okay? Just one more, right? The examiner will interrupt you if you keep rambling and going off topic. So you want to, it's a strategy of balance, right? You told me that you've met famous people, so you introduced the plural. So I need to hear at least a couple, but I definitely don't want to listen to 10 or 20 because then I'm going to interrupt you and it gets awkward. I've also met my favorite singer, Johnny in concert. Okay.
Yeah.
I have Johnny Depp on the thumbnail. In concert. Okay. Johnny with the H after. Okay. Now we have a clear, accurate answer that doesn't leave the examiner questioning. Okay. You want to avoid two situations in IELTS. And again, this is a tip for everybody. Okay, so you want to avoid the situation in IELTS where the examiner is left questioning. Okay, so I'll even write this down for everybody because it's important. So you want to avoid the situation A, where the examiner is left with questions. Like, oh, who else did you meet? Who else is that other famous? Or, oh, who is that famous writer? Or who is that singer? Right? Because that's natural. That's what we do as humans. If you tell me that you've met your famous or your favorite writer, my natural curiosity or question will be, oh, who is it? Right? Especially if you're speaking to an examiner that's lived in Uzbekistan and knows a bit about the culture, right? So don't leave them with that question. Okay? Don't leave them with the obvious question.
So it will decrease my score?
Yeah. Why? Why do you think? Why do you think, Kenjave, that it'll decrease your score?
Because there are some like how to say. If I won't leave any questions for them, it means that I was clear. I was able to like express my thoughts. All my thoughts, and so they can understand it.
Exactly. Simply said, you're more coherent, right? So if a listener is left with questions, then it means that the communication is incomplete. And another way to interpret incomplete communication is incoherent communication, right? It's not expert level of communication, or it's not very good communication. Band 8 means very good user of English, and very good user of English basically means very good user of English to communicate very well. That's the full idea, right? So in that context, we can't have incomplete answers, right? So the examiner is left with questions. You don't want that situation. The other situation that you want to avoid is the examiner or listener feels overwhelmed and feels the speaker is rambling. That's where, you're like, oh, I've met many famous people. I met Johnny Depp once on a bus, and then I met Arnold Schwarzenegger in the gym one time. Oh, and this one time when I was walking my dog, I totally bumped into this famous singer. Oh, and then this other time, and it's like, whoa, right? Like, I'm glad you met all these famous people, but you just got to slow down, right? So you need to avoid that situation as well, obviously, right? So you find that balance of, I've answered the question, I've created clarity, but I haven't made the other person think, okay, stop talking, right? So it's a balancing act. And then, of course, this question is present perfect. It's have you ever met? And we're using present perfect in the answer. So I have met. I have also met. Okay. So repeat after me. I'm going to say this. Repetition work is for everybody. It's not just for Kenjave. So listen to the answer and then copy it. Okay, here we go. Although it's kind of tough to meet celebrities due to their schedule, I have met some famous people. 2 weeks ago, I met my favorite writer, Delnoza, in our school and asked her some questions. I've also met my favorite singer, Johnny, in concert. Have you ever met a celebrity before?
Also, it's kind of tough to meet celebrities due to their busy schedule. But I have met some famous people. 2 weeks ago, I met my favorite writer Dinoza in our school, and I was able to ask few questions. And also, I have met my favorite singer Johnny in his concert.
Much better. Do you feel it? You feel the completeness of that answer?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you want to aim for. And for those students who reach that band 6.57 and higher levels in the IELTS assessment, and you're there, Kenjave, you're definitely at the 6.57, 7.5, depending on your answer, you really, really want to invest effort into assessing the quality of your communication. So not just your English, not just your grammar, but also how good is my answer? How good is the information that I'm giving? Okay, continuously criticize yourself with that thought. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Kenjave, that was good, and you just helped a ton of people to understand more about IELTS band scores and communication. So thank you so much for volunteering.
You're welcome. And I think so. My weak spot is coherence.
Coherence is for everyone. Okay, so myself included, everybody can work on improving coherence. It's a continuous learning process, and it's the fastest way to improve, especially if you're close to your IELTS exam. Okay, aside from that, Kenjave, you can of course work a bit on your pronunciation, your grammar, your word choice. So those are all pieces of this bigger puzzle of coherence, but definitely focus on coherence. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, Kenjave. All right, that was Kenjave. Good, clear connection there. So let's keep going. Let's try somebody new here. So Karunia, that seems like a new name to me. Let's see if Karunia is here. Karunia, are you ready? If you're there, let me know. And thank you for the thumbs up, everybody, for Kenjave. So members, you're just lovely. You remember to motivate and encourage even when I forget. So thank you for that. Kenjave, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Nicholas, you might come across maybe not native English speakers, but definitely people who speak English very well in this chat. Okay. Karunia, if you're still here with us and you saw my message pop up, let me know. Give me a sign. I don't want to just call you and shock you or surprise you. So yeah, there you are. Okay. Okay, Karunia, I hear that you picked up as well, but I still don't hear your voice. It might be taking a minute to connect. I'm not sure. I don't know. Karunia, did you try to connect with somebody else in the chat to make sure that your system is set up correctly? You've enabled all of the different features that are needed for this? Turned up your microphone? I don't hear you, Karunia. Do you hear me? Just out of curiosity. Is your speaker working? Might just be the microphone. Not sure. Okay, Karunia, try it with somebody else. I think a lot of people are coming in here and not really trying with anybody else, but I'm probably maybe the first person that you try to connect with, and then you're realizing that something might not be right. Okay, let's go kind of closer to the bottom of the list. Kennel, right to the bottom, the last volunteer. Kennel, are you ready? So even people who are lower down, I will look. You see my screen? I'll go all the way to the bottom. Reetha, I see you there. I told you I'll give you a shot, so I'll keep you in mind. Okay, Kennel, let's do this.
Hello.
Hi, Kennel. How are you?
Hi, Adrian. I'm doing well. I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing all right. I'm doing all right. Kennel, just to give everybody a little bit of assistance, can you tell everybody what type of device operating system you're using and what kind of connection you're using?
I'm calling you from my smartphone.
What type, Android or Apple?
Android.
It's an Android phone. Okay, and what type of connection? Data, Wi-Fi, or LAN?
It's data.
You're using data, so phone, data,
Yeah.
Android, and what country?
India.
India.
I'm
And
from India.
okay. And it just works for you, right?
Yeah, it's working there.
All right. Sounds like it. I can hear you loud and clear. Are you
Yeah.
using a headset or are you just speaking right into your microphone?
No, I'm using headset.
Okay, that's probably a good idea. All right, Kennel. And why are you doing the IELTS exam?
I'm preparing for university.
For university. Awesome. Well, let me help you a bit. Let me ask you some questions, give you assessment and feedback. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
You're kind of ready. All right. Okay, here we go. Most celebrities earn a lot of money. Do you think this is good? Why or why not?
Well, I believe that they definitely they they definitely deserve to earn a lot of money because they had put a lot of effort and time on learning that skill that can earn millions of dollars. If we took example of actors, they have spent a lot of years in acting schools and put a lot of efforts and a lot of time learning acting skills. So basically, they deserve that money, and I think with that money, more lots of celebrities are doing charities. So I believe that it's good.
Let's talk about meeting new people. Many individuals believe that first impressions are very important for good relationships. Do you agree with this statement? Why or why not?
Well, I definitely agree with this statement because when we meet a person, they just do a mental snapshot how they look. So they have no idea how are they looking from inside. They just have a overall appearance. They just look overall appearance, how they look from outside. So it's a true statement.
Can you elaborate?
Um, I think as a businessman, I have to do a lot of meetings. So whenever I'm in the meeting, I choose to wear a suit and pants because it gives me confidence and also put a weight on what I'm talking about, and it really helps me to convince people.
Okay, good. That was great. Okay. All right. So first of all, your level. Okay, your level here clearly a band 7 to 7.5. Okay, depending on your examiner, depending on, of course, the performance for the other questions, 7 to 7.5. You started kind of slow and weak, maybe 5.5,
Yes.
but then you got going and you got your confidence, you got your momentum. And this is why, everybody, it's so important that you go to your IELTS speaking exam early and you practice your English and talk to other candidates who are waiting, so that when you go into your speaking exam and you talk to the examiner, you're already warmed up and you're speaking nice and fluent, okay? So, Kennel, make sure you go to your exam center early, because as soon as you started speaking a bit, your speaking just improved tenfold. Okay, it just got much better as you got going more and more. So so make sure to show up early and practice with somebody. Okay. So I asked you this question: do you think it is good that celebrities earn a lot of money? And yeah, the start was a bit slow. You said, well, I believe that definitely they need, and then you kind of got stuck, and then you said, okay, they deserve. So you made a correction there. Yeah, so you want to be fluent right away. Well, I believe they definitely deserve to earn a lot of money because, and then you gave me a very nice explanation. So you connected, you said because, that was really good. You immediately thought, okay, answer, explain that. So they put in a lot of time and effort. Very natural, coherent, clear answer. It's a top level answer. If you ask 100 people, do you think celebrities deserve a lot of money? I guarantee that many people will say yes, because they put in a lot of time and effort. That will be a very common answer. And it was very good that you identified that. And then, Kennel, you took it one step further and you quantified it. You said earn millions of dollars. That was really smart, because you're making it clear for me with numbers what a lot of money is, right? So you said to earn millions of dollars, and then you quickly went to a smooth example without saying for example or for instance. So you said, like actors have paid a lot of money for acting school. So basically, they deserve to be compensated for all of that investment, right?
Yes.
So it was good. You started to overspeak or ramble a little bit. Some examiners will not be so patient. They will interrupt you. So be careful. Once you have given your example, just kind of finish what you're saying. So you can say, so basically, they deserve to be compensated for this. Okay, and then it's done, and then you can wait for that next question. Okay, so those were some really good elements. I'm going to give your answer in a improved way. Copy after me. Okay, Kennel, are you ready?
Ready. I'm ready.
All right, and this is for everybody. So, well, I believe they definitely deserve to earn a lot of money because they have put in a lot of time and effort to earn millions of dollars. Like actors have paid money for acting school and spent hundreds of hours practicing, so they deserve to be compensated well for this.
Well, I believe that they definitely deserve to earn a lot of money because they have put in a lot of time and effort to those to learn those skills which can earn them millions of dollars. Like the actors have paid a lot of money for acting school, so basically they deserve to be compensated well for this.
Beautiful. That's a band 9 answer. Okay, so even though you've got a slight, are you in India? Are you from India?
Yes, I'm from India.
Yeah. So you have a slight Indian accent, but it doesn't matter. It's clear, and that fluency, that accuracy, that answer would earn you a band 9 for that one question for sure. Okay, so that's how you improve it from a band 7.75 to a band 9. Just having that fluency, clarity, and direct answer. Okay, and then I asked you this question. Many individuals believe that first impressions are very important for good relationships. And you said, well, I definitely agree with this statement because when we meet a person, they take a mental snapshot of how we look from the outside. So this is a true statement. Okay, not bad, Kennel. Avoid that we pronoun, okay? So instead of we, use people or use individuals. So, well, I definitely agree with the statement because when individuals meet a person, they take a mental snapshot of their appearance. Okay, and then you need to explain this. Okay.
Oh, God.
So what you want to do is the reason for this is they need to make a quick decision of whether or not the person can be trusted. Okay, and then you can avoid me asking you, can you elaborate, by just giving me the example, right?
Example.
Yeah, so I wear a suit to work so that my colleagues and clients know I'm a professional right away. Okay. So that's what you want to do. Let's do another bit of repetition here. And again, this is for everybody. So Kennel, here we go. Listen to me and then copy me just like you did. You did a really good job of copying me from listening to me. So here we go. Well, I definitely agree with this statement because when individuals meet a person for the first time, they take a mental snapshot of their appearance. The reason is they need to make a quick decision of whether or not the person can be trusted. I wear a suit so that my colleagues and clients know I'm a professional and trust my decisions.
Well, I definitely agree with this statement because when individuals meet a person, they take a mental snapshot of their appearance. The reason for this is they need to make a quick decision of whether or not the person can be trusted. I wear a suit to work so that my colleagues and clients know I am professional right away.
And they can trust my decision.
And they can trust my decision.
Okay, good. And Anahita in the chat is saying, yeah, that your last answer was off topic, and Anahita is correct. So when I said, can you elaborate, you started to elaborate, and I think in your head you had the right idea, but what you told me wasn't actually related to the first impression. You told me that you wear a suit
Yes.
because it helps you to be confident, but you have to say, I
Yes.
wear a suit so people around me right away know that I'm confident, and then it's related to the topic, right? So you have to be really careful. Content is very, very important, especially in those higher band scores. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Kennel, thank you so much for volunteering. You have awesome English. Pay attention to what you're saying.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Ed. Thank you. You are a great teacher.
Thank you so much for that. Okay, that was Kennel. Give Kennel a thumbs up. We'll take another volunteer. So, and you know, I'm sure a lot of our viewers right now are thinking, wow, Adrian's really focusing a lot on content and context. It's because band 7, 8, 9 is a lot about content and context, not just for the speaking section, but also for the writing section. Okay, so when you reach that band 7, you're basically at a high school level of English in an English speaking country. And of course, grammar, vocabulary, they continue to play a part in your overall score, but not as much as content. So content becomes really king. And there's an expression like that, content is king, especially at those band 7, 8, 9 levels. So a lot of native speakers who sit the IELTS get a band 7, and it's because their content is not that good. So for native speakers, they have to really focus on just content, right? And at the band 7 level, you're close. You're close to a native speaker for vocabulary, grammar, fluency. So you also need to focus on content. Does that make sense, everybody? Anahita, content and context are the same. They're synonyms. Okay. All right. Let's take somebody else. Let's look for, okay, Zoraida. We haven't heard from Zoraida in a bit, so let's try Zoraida. Zoraida's been in the class for a while now. And are you ready, Zoraida? Okay. Are you ready? Preeta's asking, what's a band 5? A band 5, Preet, is somebody who is a modest speaker but not quite fluent. There's a new video on our YouTube channel with a Polish speaker who is a band 5. Check that out, and we show the difference between a band 5 and a band 6.5 in that video. Okay. All right, Zoraida says yes. All right, Zoraida, let's do this. Zoraida, I can't hear you. And I'm pretty sure we've connected before in the past, so I'm not sure what's going on. And as everybody can hear, I can connect with certain people, but not with certain people. So, Zoraida, I don't hear you. If anything's different with what you're doing from before, maybe try to identify that. Are you using a different device, different connection, different headphones? Have you refreshed your computer, reinstalled it, different software? Not sure. All right. Okay. Zoraida, check back with me. Aldo says, I think you'll hear me now. Well, let's give Aldo a chance. Where is Aldo? Aldo, there you are. Okay, Aldo, give it a shot, right? Maybe you've made some adjustments. Hopefully it works, and then we can figure out what those are. Are you ready? Okay. Of course, if some of you are using VPNs or proxy or dynamic IPs, that could really be an issue. Okay. Dynamic IPs and VPNs can either be effective or the opposite, right? Aldo, let's try it. It's actually giving me an error message, Aldo. It's saying Celie is busy at the moment, but I'm not contacting with Celie. There we go. Let's try it one more time.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Aldo, I can hear you. Look at that.
Oh, okay, that's great. Actually, I'm using a Canadian VPN right now.
There you go. So that's what you did. You changed your server. You basically are using a proxy server, a Canadian
Exactly.
one, right?
Yes, exactly.
What were you using before?
I didn't use anything before.
And what country were you calling from?
I'm currently living in India. I mean, I'm from India.
You're from India. Okay. Yeah. So we can
Exactly.
usually connect with people from India. And here's another question. Are you using a laptop or a phone, a mobile?
The first time I used my computer, but it didn't work. And I tried with my smartphone. It also didn't work. And I used a VPN.
And you're using that through the computer, the VPN, I'm guessing.
No, on my smartphone.
Oh, through your phone. Okay. So
Exactly.
here's another question. What part of India are you in? Because of course India is a huge country. So which state?
Oh, I'm from the south part,
Okay, from the south part. All right.
a state called Kerala.
From Kerala. I'm familiar with Kerala. Yeah, they have a very good cricket team, right? So here's an interesting fact, and everybody should know this. Of course, the internet is a very complicated system. So depending on who your provider is, like what internet company you're with or what mobile company you're with for your data, they use different servers around the world. So for example, if your data provider or mobile or internet provider is using a proxy, for example, through some Asian country like China, even possibly, because there's some really cheap services there, that can definitely create problems for any kind of social apps like connecting on WhatsApp or Skype or through this chat system, just because they have firewalls and blockers, especially to countries like Canada or the US or the UK. So because your VPN, your Canadian VPN solved the issue, my best guess is that you were connecting through a proxy which was blocking any kind of chat to Canada. Okay, possibly. That would be my guess. Anyway. But Aldo, you're here, and that's good. Why are you taking the IELTS?
Because I really want to study abroad in future. That's why I'm doing it.
Okay. Where do you plan to study?
USA, the USA.
The US, okay. And what are you planning to study?
Artificial intelligence, MS in artificial intelligence.
Okay, AI. Well, hopefully one day I will have a robot friend that can help me do chores around the house, and I can say, "Hey,
Yeah, sure.
Aldo was the guy that made it. I helped him with his English." All right. Okay. So let's talk a little bit. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, and then give me some nice full sentence answers. Are you ready?
Okay, yeah, I'll try.
All right. Let's talk about meeting new people. Where are some good places to meet friends for the first time?
Okay, we can meet a lot of people from different places, like when we can meet people in bars or in some other party. There are a lot of options for us to meet people, I guess.
Why?
I know,
Why are these good places to meet people?
because that's where most of them coming, or almost every time, I guess. Because everyone really like to go to bars and go to party, and the people who are enjoying in a party would really love to talk as well. So, I think that's the better place to meet new people.
How has meeting people today changed from 20 years ago?
Oh, okay. I guess because the technologies are really, really developed, so people can easily find other people through online. For example, by using social medias like Facebook or
Aldo, are you still there? Did you lose the VPN?
oh, I don't think so. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I wasn't sure if you just stopped talking or finished the sentence or actually added something. What did you say after Facebook? So you said, for example, using social media like Facebook, or did you add anything, or did you just
Okay.
stop there?
Yeah, I added, for example, using social media like Facebook or Instagram, we can meet a lot of people through internet. But the old people used to meet people in real life, like they go to party or probably from bars, some place like that. And also they do meet people in work.
Okay. All right, that is the end of part 3, and that concludes the speaking section of the exam. You will have your mark in 2 days online after you finish the other sections, and your official certificate in the mail in about 10 days. Okay, and then that's the end of the speaking section, so that's how it ends. All right, first of all, your mark, Aldo. So your mark is about a 6.5, okay? I would say comfortably. What you can do right away to improve is just more confidence, louder, more confident answers with more affirmative kind of language. When you're answering, it sounds like you're unsure and you're kind of thinking and you're drawing out your language and that decreases coherence. Okay, so you want to be a little bit more like, this is A, this is B, this is the reason, this is the example. Okay. The first question I asked you is, where are some good places to meet friends for the first time? And you said, okay, we can meet a lot of people in many places for the first time. It's not a lot of people, right? So in the question, I was asking you about friends for the first time, not a lot of people. So you need to clearly include that in your answer. So, okay, we can meet friends, right, in many places for the first time, like bars or parties. And then I didn't really get the reason for that, so I had to ask you, right? I was like, well, why? I had to repeat that. And you said, well, because that's where most of them are coming. It was okay. But then when I asked you why, you gave me some better answers. You said people who join parties really like to talk. Okay. And that was much better. So you improved your answer. Okay. So same tip that I gave to, I can't remember who that was, but I gave that tip before. Go to your exam early so that you're practicing. So you're giving your best answer when you meet with the examiner. Okay. And I know, Aldo, it's the first time we're talking and maybe you're a little bit nervous, but that's exactly why you want to do this. So because many like-minded people. Have you ever heard this word like-minded?
Nope.
It's one word. It's obviously it's made up from two words, like and minded. Just repeat after me. Like-minded.
Like-minded.
What do you think that means, like-minded?
Probably same mind, like a lot of things in common.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because many like-minded people show up at the same party. And everyone who joins these parties really likes to talk. Have you ever been to a party, Aldo?
Yeah.
I thought so. I knew you were. What kind of party have you been to where you met a person, a friend?
You know, I haven't really met a friend from a party, but I've been in a birthday party, some wedding parties, stuff like that.
Okay. All right, sure. So let's use that. Okay. So okay, here we go. So let's add that. Sorry, like-minded is hyphenated. It's not written as one word. Okay, so here we go. I've improved your answer from a band 6 to a band 9, and you're going to hear it. Okay, so listen to me, and then when I'm done, just repeat after me. So, okay, we can meet friends in many places for the first time, like bars or parties, because many like-minded people show up at the same party or bar. And everyone who joins these events really likes to talk. I went to a birthday party last month and met a guy who is also really into AI. We hit it off right away. Where are some good places to meet friends for the first time?
Okay, we can meet friends in many places for the first time, like bars or parties, because many like-minded people show up at the same party and everybody who joins these parties really likes to talk. I went to a birthday party last month and I met a guy who is also really into AI and we hit it off right away.
Okay, much better. See? So answer, explain, example, and specific, right? Clear?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So direct answer, pay attention to the subject of the question. And I hope that you come back and keep practicing in future classes, Aldo, now that you've figured out the VPN situation, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Aldo, thanks so much for volunteering. Thumbs up. Keep it going, okay?
Okay.
All right, good job. Okay, Raquia, thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, support each other, everybody. There's so many of you in here, so many beautiful minds and like-minded people, right? So you're all interested in IELTS, you're all interested in English, you're interested in studying in university, studying abroad. You have a lot in common. So a good place to potentially meet a new friend is right here in this chat. You just have to connect with each other. So just like you're connecting with me, use this chat interface to connect with one another and practice questions. Students, at the top of the website here, you have scripts that you can click on, okay? So here's one that's about people. So you can talk about a person who is good with money, or you can talk about a person who is very brave or a healthy, fit person, and use these to ask each other questions in the chat. We're using the website aehelp.com, which is our academic IELTS support. You can join this website by clicking this red button and making a one-time payment for lifetime access. For general IELTS, it's this website here. The chat is linked between the websites and it will be linked in the apps as well. So whether you're logging in through the AE Help or the GIELTS Help website, you will see the same people in the chat, okay? Thank you so much, everyone, and especially thank you to the volunteers for putting themselves out there and being brave. In the last class and in this class, I hope you picked up a lot of valuable tips to improve your English, your communication, and of course your IELTS scores. If you have questions, don't be shy. Send me an email, adrian@aehelp.com or admin@aehelp.com. Tomorrow we have a light hall class where we will practice speaking. It's a 2-hour class. It's $10 to join. And here is the URL, okay? And it's a speaking class on Lighthall. Lighthall is really cool for live learning. We have video and audio in that class, so you will be able to see me and I will also be able to see you. So it's kind of like, well, it's very similar to the computer-based speaking interview, okay? So you can practice it there. Mal, I hope you have a nice weekend also. Fuang, Karina, Amra, Yani, and all of our beautiful members, thank you for your support. Our regular students and subscribers, thank you for being with me today. I'm Adrian. I'm signing out from British Columbia, Canada, on the West Coast in the beautiful city of Victoria. Much love to all of you. Bye for now.